Oh, welcome to the channel update on a Tuesday morning. A great day to be alive, of course. And Tuesday morning indeed, because I was sitting there thinking, oh, I'll do that little gag where I have a beer and say it's sponsored by Miller High Life, but with a different beer. But then I saw that it was 10:30 in the morning, and I thought, drinking before noon, that's a bit much even for me. So I'm going to go ahead and skip that. But instead, we're going to give a little update here because I am in the process of moving. And I'll be moving in a week or two here, packing everything up, only like 3 blocks away. And you would think that moving 3 blocks away would be easier than moving to another state. No, it's harder, because when you move to another state, you pretty much resign yourself to paying the movers anything they want, and you let them do everything. And it's actually quite easy. When you're moving 3 blocks away, you're trying to cut costs, and you're like, oh, I'll just do a lot of this stuff, and oh boy, is that a hassle. So what that means here is that I'm not going to be able to break out games here. I'm getting them all packed up. One exception is I'm still waiting, and it should be this week. Hope so, because otherwise I got a change of address problem. Storm Above the Reich will be coming. Yes, I'm eager for that. But unfortunately I'll be able to get it, but I won't be able to do much with it. I don't think I have to just pack it up and get it ready to go. But maybe I'll do one of those unboxing videos that I don't particularly care for. yeah, I'm a big talker now. Oh, who does those unboxing videos? That's just non-content. Now I'm gonna do one. Okay. All right. So that's really it for today. But while I'm packing up, I was packing up my DVDs, and it says, okay, well, let's do a little mini content here, and I'll just kind of go over my pawn shop finds, where I go to the pawn shop and grab DVDs for $1 or Blu-rays, and it's always interesting to go through all of them. But you got caveat emptor, let the buyer beware. When you go to these pawn shops, some of them can be a little sketchy. I'll open up a DVD, and there'll be a CD-ROM with somebody recorded it, and it's on there. And actually, I don't think it's the pawn shop. I think the pawn shop just takes them in and doesn't even look at them, and then just throws them on the shelf, and people just grab them and pay for them. And actually, I know they do that because I opened another one, and I'm inspecting the disc, and it looks like somebody just rubbed it with sandpaper. So if you do the pawn shop route, make sure you're inspecting everything and seeing what it is. So, first one on the list I picked up was A Bridge Too Far. And if you're any kind of war movie buff, certainly a must-have for the collection. I'm not going to say too much about this one. Is that it's legendary, I guess it is, you would say. You can play a little game, of course. In 10 seconds, name as many stars as you can from this movie. And you can have a little contest there, so you can name the most in 10 seconds. Next one I found was Blow. U-571 meets Poltergeist. Nice blurb. I actually enjoyed this. It's a World War II ghost story on a submarine, and I don't want to go out on a limb here and say this might be the only kind of haunted horror ghost story movie set on a submarine. I mean, I don't know if I would count something like Leviathan or underwater stations or anything like that, but it's as a ghost story, it's actually it's pretty good. As a war historical accuracy thing, I didn't actually count the rivets, but I would guess probably not. So that one, and this one, well, like I said, DVD store, they don't care if there's like a label on it or anything, so you got to go through each one. And so so you'll be like, see that, and it says, oh, I'm not going to open all these, but you'll look it up, and it's Thomas the Tank Engine, or it's the reboot of Ghostbusters. Like, junk. Got him. Anyway, this is Rumble in the Bronx, and I just had to pick that up for $1. From the 70s, I would watch the Kung Fu in the Saturday afternoon, right after Mid-Atlantic Wrestling. And when I say 70s, I mean, I'm talking about the old school Kung Fu with the really blocky Chinese theater fighting, just ha, 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 like that. And I'd watch that. And I gotta say, whenever parents would come in, I'd switch it off real quickly, like I was doing something dirty. Yeah. I can't think of any real reason why you do that. I guess it's instinctively, it's really lowbrow entertainment, and maybe you feel a sense of shame of that. But anyway, I'd watch those, and then I dipped out. And in my mind, as I grew up, that's what a Kung Fu movie was, just that really stiff style. But until the 90s, and I went to New York, and I went to Times Square, and I went to the Virgin Megastore, which I don't think is still there anymore. I highly doubt it. But I go down into the DVD section, and they're playing Rumble in the Bronx, and it's right at that scene in the gang hideout where Jackie is just flying all over the place, using the environment. It's just quite a spectacle, and my jaw was on the floor watching this, and I says, oh man, and I was hooked right back into Kung Fu and Jackie Chan and just all kinds of martial arts. And so Rumble, the one that got me right back into Kung Fu, Rumble in the Bronx. Funny Farm, Chevy Chase. I have not seen this in quite a while. I'm gonna see how this held up, because it's a little like Highlander. When I was a teenager, I thought Highlander was the greatest movie ever, and just like Talladega Nights. And then I watched it again when I was older. I was like, wow, this is terrible. Christopher Lambert cannot act. I mean, I still like Clancy Brown in it. He's a great villain. But anyway, I'm going to see how this holds. Because I remember watching this and thinking, oh, this is the funniest Chevy Chase movie ever. So I'll watch it again and see how that statement held up. As for some more comedy, we picked up a double feature here. We got one disc. Oh, did they... Oh, it's supposed to be a double feature. Oh, did I only get the Burbs? Oh, because I really Burbs is good, but I really like the Money Pit. I don't know who Carol is. This is, of course, Tom Hanks from his less serious period, in his comedy period, which is actually pretty funny. Oh man, I'm going to be bummed if I don't have the Money Pit. Okay, next, The Emperor's Club. And this is, if you're like me and you find Dead Poet Society maudlin and just kind of silly, try Emperor's Club. Kevin Kline. Good one. And finally, Donnie Brasco, Johnny Depp, and Al Pacino. This is Johnny Depp. Okay, back to Jackie Chan here. There seems to be kind of a code in, I don't know, in industry or journalism speak, where you don't want to say an actor stinks now. You instead say he's lost control of his franchise, like Jackie Chan, I think. And I think this movie here is Johnny Depp before he lost control of his franchise, as it were. But very excellent. Probably one of the better mob-based movies, I think. I think as far as kind of the... I don't want to say realism. I'm getting myself in trouble there. But as opposed to, say, The Godfather, which is excellent storytelling and filmmaking, no doubt. But as far as gangster history is a little sketchy. But I think this one is incredibly solid. But that's everything today. So that's me packing up my DVDs and just showing them out. Just for me. Well, I'll tell you what. Maybe in the future, I'm getting ready to pack up my books. Maybe I'll pull some of those out and do a little bit of mini content if you guys can stand it. And I'll try to get back into the wargaming playthroughs and whatnot. But thanks for watching.